One of the things that SCIS is known for is community. It's right in the name, Shanghai Community International School. The core elements of an SCIS education, and certainly in the lower school, is belonging and rigor. Belonging is that piece of community, but it's just a little bit more than that. It means that when you enter a place, you know that it is your place. When you come to SCIS, you know that it's your school. People know you, they care about you, and it's a place that you want to put down deep roots. And why that's so critical and why it is, we ask our students to grow intellectually, emotionally, and socially. Students need to feel they belong, they need to feel safe. And if they do that, they know that there's adults deeply invested in their success, they are going to grow. The way that we like to think about it here is that belonging is like the soil, where the trees of rigor can put down its roots and grow to our full potential. And rigor is like that growth that you'll see in a tree, striving for the sky, striving to be better and to do better. That's where we see the core values of what the SCIS education is in the lower school. One of the clearest things we are as an IB World School, we really need to think about what is the link between the primary years program, the middle years program, and the diploma program. I'm very fortunate to work with an outstanding school leader in Dr. Valerio, so that we can work together to make sure that the students in the lower school, the PYP, are prepared to enter the NYP successfully, but with the ultimate goal of being able to succeed in the diploma program. That's going to give our students options, both in terms of which colleges or universities they decide to go to, or if they decide on an alternative pathway and to enter into work or alternative options from there. We need students to be developing in their inquiry skills. They need to be developing their conceptual understandings of how things work. At the same time, it's very clear that we need to be building up their knowledge and skills in the key areas of literacy, both reading and writing, and in mathematics. Whatever they decide to do, they need to be prepared for that. We are an IB PYP school to reach the diploma program. To graduate here with college level rigor, we want students to be inquirers. They ask questions and they construct their own knowledge. Having inquiry or conceptual understandings or thinking of things on a level that will help us to be prepared for college level classes. And so we work on that in both phonics and mathematics. We're also working on the kinds of procedures, knowledge, vocabulary, and skills. At the same time, we're also recognizing that all of our learners learn a little bit differently. So we have a lot of supports in place for those students. So one of them is we have our learning support department that will work with students. We also have our English as an additional language, which is actually an enrichment as we look at students who are learning multiple languages and actually adding English in to their academic language. And what I need, 4 times a week for 20 minutes a day, we're using data to target students across different classes, figure out exactly what they need, and give them skills in literacy and soon mathematics to help make sure that we're meeting the needs of all learners. And so when we think about rigor, what we're really looking for is understanding clearly who our learners are based on what we know as professional educators and what the data is telling us that they're able to do, so that when the time they get to the grade 11 and grade 12 and they're part of the diploma program, they're going to exceed, they're going to excel, and they're going to do really well. In the lower school, we intentionally structured the school day to be most supportive of students. Every student starts the day with a morning meeting to greet the teacher, get to relate something personal about themselves to the other students in the class, get to do a fun activity to sort of get them warmed up in the day, and get to start to explore some of the academic content for the day in a way that feels safe and transitionary. Throughout the day, they're going to be working in the core areas of mathematics and literacy, and science, and some social studies within that day. They're also going to be taking one of our 4 Mandarin pathways. So whether they're just new to Shanghai, China, and learning very basic Chinese like myself, or that speak Mandarin at home, and are working on language and literature. They'll also be engaged in specialist classes, physical education, art, or music, so that we can get a well-rounded education. And a key independent learning time is recess and lunchtime. Kids can develop or explore independently with safeguards, their own physical needs as well as their social needs. We think very much to make sure that the students have the opportunities they need to meet the rigors of the program. The clearest reflection of students' growth in the lower school is the PYP exhibition. This is the capstone program at the end of grade 5. In about 6 weeks, students select a wide variety of interests for themselves. Then they think about how they're going to research that and the action they're going to take. For example, they might be thinking about plastics in the ocean, homeless pets, and then they communicate that in a celebration of learning that we call the PYP exhibition. It's all of the questioning that we developed throughout the entire primary year's program. It's also them working carefully with teachers and mentors that we identify both within the school and in our larger community to help the students achieve the kind of inquiry that they need. Are they asking the right questions? How are they going to portray their findings of those answers? And how are they going to actually take an action that makes a meaningful difference in their community? It prepares them clearly and explicitly for the MYP, or their capstone program called the Personal Project, and DP's extended essay. And it perfectly encapsulates the growth that we hope to see in our students here at SCIS Lower School.